On the 1st of May, 1954, at a ball, Maila became the first actress to ever pull off a vanishing act, a real magical Cinderella move, and it became the talk of everyone for decades. Hey, this video is going to reveal all you need to know about the woman behind the mask of Vampira from the Vampira show. But before we get into this video, I've discovered that only a small percentage of people that watch these videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this, which I know you will, hey, kindly consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video. Maila Nurmi's Little Beginnings. Maila needed only one night to birth the legend in her and show the world what she was really made of. Even though it is safe to say that Maila became an overnight sensation, she spent decades of her life laying the foundations for her success. She believed so much in her idea of Vampira that she spent most of her career making it a reality. Maila's entire life, on and off screen, was one hell of a ride, from working in tuna and salmon canneries in Oregon as a teen to relocating to Los Angeles to pursue a career in acting. If there's one thing Maila's known for, it's her fearlessness and her in-depth desire to stand out from the crowd. Growing up, life did not present her with a lot of opportunities, but she decided to create her own. Fueled by her desire for a better life, she took a chance on herself at the age of 18, moved to Los Angeles, and then later New York to pursue a career in the movie industry. In the beginning, it was a bit difficult for her to land roles, but eventually she began to gain a foothold as an actress. The first few roles she eventually got were small, but she didn't stop trying. As she was acting, she had to work several other jobs on the side to support herself, like modeling for artists like Alberto Vargas, Bernard of Hollywood, and Man Ray. She also posed for pinup photos in men's magazines such as Famous Models, Gala, and Glamorous Models. As she was fighting for her place on TV, she met a screenwriter, Dean Reisner. They began dating and supporting each other until they got married in 1949. Later on, she finally landed a major role in the horror midnight show Spook Scandals, which enabled her to gain popularity on Broadway. Her character required her to act in horrific scenes which involved fainting, laying in a coffin, even lurking seductively around a cemetery. Her performance brought out her ability to portray terrifying roles perfectly, and her producers and viewers thoroughly enjoyed her act. However, what she didn't know was that some of her co-actresses were beginning to see her as a threat. Little did she know that she was going to lose the very career she had struggled to establish on Broadway. Their jealousy became the very thing that led to her betrayal. The unexpected betrayal. Just when Maila was beginning to establish herself on Broadway, she got an unexpected hit. She had been chosen to star in the play Catherine Was Great. She played her role to the best of her ability. However, her shiny performance and amazing feedback from the producers made her co-actress, Mae West, very jealous. She had been in the game long before Maila, and she was afraid of another actress taking her spot, so she plotted a betrayal against Maila. Due to Mae's fear of being upstaged by Maila, she approached the producers and gave them a reason to fire her. The experience was devastating for our star actress, especially because she had no bad intentions towards Mae, and she was both shocked and confused by such a harsh betrayal. However, as dazed as she was by the incident, Maila refused to back down. So rather than stay defeated, she decided to start cooking up an idea that would shake the movie industry. While she was busy coming up with her ideas, she had to work as a hat check girl in a cloakroom on Hollywood's Sunset Strip. Maila did everything she could to be surrounded by the very people she wanted to be like one day. Seeing their lives made her believe that her breakthrough role was right around the corner. The birth of idea for the Vampira show. In 1953, Maila and her husband came up with a plan that was intended to grab the attention of filmmakers at an upcoming event. Their aim was to attract the attention of New Yorker cartoonist Charles Addams through costumes in the hopes that the Morticia Addams-inspired getup would show him the TV possibilities for his cartoons. So just as planned, Maila arrived at the costume ball, Bal Caribe, in an outfit that made heads turn. Her captivating look was that of a pale Gothic woman in a bodycon black dress. What most people don't know is that she made the beautiful black dress that she wore herself. She couldn't afford a fancy designer at the time, so she decided to work with what she had. She quickly became the talk of the entire ball, not just because of her statement outfit, but because she also pulled a vanishing act where after her stunning entrance and appearance, she was out of the ball just as fast as she had come, giving no chance for anyone to find her or talk to her, raising more curiosity and interest. Now, her short stay at the ball made an undeniable impact, but not in the way that she had actually hoped it would. Unfortunately, she failed to grab the attention of the very person that she hoped to be seen by. Charles Adams didn't take any interest in the meaning behind her costume, but someone else did. Hunt Stromberg, a TV producer, was mesmerized by her, and coincidentally, Stromberg was on the lookout for someone to host his late-night horror program. His show aired low-budget, B-rated movies, and he needed something or someone to entice viewers to stay up late to see them. He knew then and there that he had found the right person to make his programs come to life. However, he didn't know how to reach her, because just like Cinderella, she had vanished after a few seconds. He began to ask around for her contact information because he couldn't imagine missing the opportunity that had just presented itself to him. Luckily, fashion designer Rudy Ginwright knew exactly who she was and was more than willing to give Hunt her contact info. Meanwhile, Maila had gone back home, disappointed that her efforts were in vain. She had tried all that she could, and somehow there seemed to be no light at the end of the tunnel. She had no idea that her life was about to change completely. Soon enough, Hunt contacted her and gave her the contract. Her breakthrough role was finally here, and she was excited and ready to take on the role of Vampira. Maila as the famous Vampira. The next few months were plunged into preparation for the show. She had a mental picture of what she wanted to look like on the show. She even went as far as fasting intensively to get a 6-inch waist. Her signature look, act, and lines were all planned. And by the 1st of May, 1954, the Vampira show was officially launched. From the minute she stepped on camera, her viewers were in awe. Her appearance consisted of weird-looking V-shaped high black eyebrows, a fitted black dress, and a pitch black wig. She also topped it off with extremely long nails that looked like they were 3 inches long. But it wasn't just her look that grabbed the audience. It was also her charisma and how she added spice to the show. She was simply amazing, and it was evident that television audiences in the 50s had never seen a character like her before. Her classical intro for the show was one that undoubtedly captured the attention of her viewers. At the beginning of each episode, she would approach the camera from a mist-filled dark corridor, which was an illusion that was created with dry ice. As she walked towards the camera, her silhouette was the only thing that was visible. But as she moved closer, her face became more visible up until the point where the camera suddenly zoomed in, revealing her face. And the next thing the audience would hear was a loud, piercing scream, followed by a smile. As she would always say, "Screaming relaxes me." She spent most of her time on the show lying on a skull-decorated couch while chatting with imaginary ghosts and doing other bizarre things. She performed her role so well that just a few weeks after it premiered, she began to appear on the covers of magazines and articles. Her fans were legion, and she was adored by many. Her character as Vampira remains unforgettable even to this day. Maila, or rather Vampira, continues to inspire songs, movie characters, and many more creative works to date. A star and more indeed. So which of these facts about Maila Nurmi got your interest the most? Let us know in the comments section below, and check out the next video in this series.